with the Giants, also signed Jameis Winston. And then they traded up to draft Jaxson Dart of Ole Miss. Tommy DeVito is still on this roster. Also, probably my favorite picture of this whole entire offseason was all 4 quarterbacks taking a drop back together.
Oh,
yeah, they all looked exactly what you envisioned them like. Jaxson Dart, backwards hat, swagged out. Tommy DeVito looking like Tommy DeVito. Jameis looking like Jameis. And there's Russell Wilson. Tights, pants on. He was ready to rock. He was ready to rock. Like you said, Charles, emergency quarterback, fully padded. Yep. He was ready to go. My question, Matt, I'll let you have honors here. What week does Jaxson Dart start in 2025?
Well, if the leaked schedule that I saw today is to be believed, which is not official, but they don't have a bye till week 14. And that's on my radar because usually that is when the teams like, all right, they'll get the young quarterback in over the bye. Mm-hmm. Like if they've got that comfortable week 6, week 7 bye, we'll do the kind of respectful veteran thing early, and then we'll go ahead and start the rookie at that point. That's a long. I mean, let me tell you what, Jaxson Dart is starting before week 15. Okay, they're not waiting until that week 14 bye. I think he's getting in there at some point. So. I think it's going to be pretty early, man. The point in drafting Jaxson Dart is like, this is your save yourself move. And again, if this leaked schedule is to be believed, they start Commanders, Cowboys, Chiefs on Sunday Night Football. That might be Russell Wilson's swan song right there. Chiefs on Sunday Night Football, week 3. I mean, that might be the last time we see Russ. So I think it's going to be sooner than later, but this is a tough schedule too. They, again, in the meat of this thing before week 8, they've got the Eagles twice. One of them's on Thursday Night Football. We've got the Broncos in week 7. The Niners defense is back on track. They got them in week 9. There's not like sometimes with these teams with young quarterbacks, you can pinpoint a moment where like, okay, this is where the schedule's a little bit soft. People tried to do this with Drake May last year with the Texans. Like, how could you start him against the Texans in his first game? He'll never recover. You'll ruin him. People try to overthink this too much.
Not us.
My thing is
not
us.
No, not us.
We were on the right side of history on that one. I'm saying week 4.
Chuck
week
had a great
week
rant
4,
on that.
Week 4, we see Jaxson Dart.
Week 4?
Week 4?
Wow.
Yes.
Over under that, Charles.
I think Russell Wilson's week 3. That's him. It's over.
That's it. Okay. That's the coup d'etat. That's where the head comes off.
I think I'm going to go over because I think Daboll is going to play it to save his job at the very last second if he can. So maybe you pull the plug in like the second half of the season when it's looking like you're about to get your pink slip. Bam, rookie quarterback. Oh, maybe he doesn't suck. Maybe I'll come back next year. Who knows? But I think pulling the plug on week 4 is a little bit too early. But there's no way they make it to week 14.
Mid-season. I think they'd fire him mid-season at that point. I don't even think he's
John Mara doesn't have the guts.
Who starts? Right. Does Daboll get fired before Jaxson Dart starts? That might actually be the better question.
Look, I wouldn't. I mean, I think Daboll makes it to the season only because that scene from Hard Knocks where John Mara is talking to Joe Schoen about bringing Saquon back, right? And John Mara has like this meager side to his argument where he's like, well, I like seeing Saquon Barkley in a Giants uniform. I think it's good for him to be on the team. Well, you're the owner, then just do it.
Make him do it.
What? Why are you taking orders from your subordinates? So I think they're going to make it all the way through the season, and then he gets canned at the end. It's sad because I covered the Joe Judge stuff. I don't remember when he actually got fired. It was just kind of all the blur. After the 2021 season, so Joe Judge made it through the whole season. Yeah. So I think that's how he
embarrassing game.
So did Pat Shurmur too.
Remember they were taking a knee like on like first down or whatever. They were running QB sneaks when they were like backed up or something. The Joe Judge experience. Yeah. That was awful. That was bad. God. Speaking of Joe Judge, actually, I have a point on it. Well, first off, the Giants have a hard ass schedule. They have the hardest schedule in the NFL according to strength of schedule. There's other aspects to that, but one of the hardest schedules in the NFL. So that's also a point. When did you say that potential Thursday night game was? Week 9?
Week 6.
Say week 9?
I think week 6 against the Eagles.
After that is when I'm mini bye. Jaxson Dart time. So week 7 is where I'm going to go with. So I split you guys. I put you in the middle there.
You
but
go. That actually,
they're going to get
we all know,
ravaged.
I know. Perfect host. That's why I went last. It was great. No, but we know this. Brian Daboll, Joe Shane on the hot seat. I think everyone in the world knows this. Then they trade up, draft a quarterback. This is just what bad teams do, but we'll see how this goes. But we all know, even people that are very optimistic on Jaxson Dart, even the people that are bullish on him, he needs time. He needs development. He has traits, but we really need to harness him and polish him, teach him how to take under center dropbacks, cadence, all these little things. He needs time. And now we're dropping him in with, like you said, Charles, guys that are going to go, oh, pink slip. Oh, nope. I got a young quarterback. Don't you guys want to see what the mystery box is? Like, very smart, very savvy moves by these decision makers, I think. Even if they love Dart, I still understand the timeline they're trying to do. Also, Joe Shane's kids both go to Ole Miss. Daboll is friends with Charlie Weiss Jr., who are both involved with Ole Miss, and Joe Judge, who's also involved with Ole Miss. And they act like they scoured far and wide for every quarterback prospect. But I'm also just questioning, how they ended up on the Ole Miss quarterback. Just happenstance that they ended up liking him. But I do have to mention that as well. Did we make it? We did it. All 500 million quarterbacks that we have thrown in here. Man, way to go, guys. We're there. Oh, and here's the picture for anyone watching on YouTube of the Giants quarterbacks. There's Jameis with the towel. Oh, yeah. Look at all of them. Look at all that. That's perfect. That's exactly. That encapsulates everything here.